Thanks, Riaz. At 6:31, U.S. President Barack Obama has declared a state of emergency in Washington as the death toll following a weekend mudslide continues to climb and hopes for finding more survivors fades. 6 more bodies were found yesterday, raising the number killed by Saturday's disaster to 14. Snohomish County crews are using dogs, sonar equipment, and aircraft in their search for survivors, but they admit they don't know how many people are actually missing. The working list of unaccounted for residents stands at 176. But officials believe some of those people may be safe and just haven't contacted police. About 30 homes were destroyed near the towns of Oso and Darrington in Washington.
I know a lot of the families that have been affected. I have friends that are missing as well. Anything to keep busy, to keep my mind off of it.
Mother Nature is not helping in the search for a missing Malaysia Airlines flight. Gale force winds and heavy rains in the southern Indian Ocean have brought the operation to a standstill. The delay could allow any debris to drift further away, significantly widening the search area off Perth, Australia. Debris has already been spotted by satellite imagery, but it has not been confirmed to be from flight MH370. Even if it is, swirling currents will make it harder to track where the plane hit the water. Meanwhile, China wants Malaysia to turn over satellite data it used to conclude the plane crashed in the Indian Ocean, killing all 239 people aboard. The investigation continues into Monday's train crash at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. Turns out the train's operator may have dozed off on the job. The local transit union says the employee had worked a lot of overtime recently and was extremely tired at the time of the derailment. 32 people were injured when the train jumped the tracks, crashed onto the subway platform, and came to a stop on an escalator. Homicide investigators spent the night working in a Burnaby neighborhood looking into a suspicious death. Greg Harper joins us now from Burnaby with the latest. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. We don't have a lot of information at this point. What we do know about this investigation is that police were called to this apartment building behind me here at around 6 o'clock last night. This is on the 5100 block of Irving Street. It's in the Metrotown area of Burnaby. At some point, Mounties handed over the investigation to the Integrated Homicide Investigation Team, and all investigators are saying is that someone has died in this apartment building and their death is being considered suspicious. We are expecting more information as this morning progresses, and when we get that, we will certainly bring it to you. Jody?
Thank you very much. Greg Harper reporting for us from Burnaby this morning. Police are investigating after human remains were found in Surrey last night. A person walking near 96th Avenue and Fraser Highway made the discovery in Green Timbers Forest. Surrey RCMP's Serious Crimes Unit has been called in to investigate. Very few details have been released, but officers say it appears the remains have been there for some time. The area has been cordoned off for police and the BC Coroner's Service. Fraser Health Authority believes it's got a handle on the region's measles outbreak. The Fraser Valley's top doctor says the virus has largely been contained to the original infection zone. More than 200 cases have been detected, with the most recent being reported at Kwantlen University in Langley. Fraser Health is still recommending vaccinations, especially for children. The measles broke out in a religious community in the eastern Fraser Valley. The provincial government has introduced back-to-work legislation for unionized truck drivers. It's expected to be passed later this week with a 90-day cooling-off period and mediator Vince Reddy willing to step in. But drivers aren't budging despite the threat of fines, and the legislation does not cover some 400 non-unionized drivers also off the job.
Today is about the economy, not just of British Columbia, but about Canada. I'm starting to receive letters from producers, from shippers, from importers, exporters. They want their goods moving, and so do we.
SkyTrain workers have voted 95% in favor of walking off the job. It's not clear when a strike might happen, but 72 hours notice is needed. CUPE represents more than 500 SkyTrain workers, including operators, attendants, dispatchers, and maintenance staff. Job action would only affect the Expo and Millennium lines, not the Canada line. All right, let's get you up to speed in the world of sports at 6:36. Over to the Connected Studios. Here's Carolyn Cameron.